Hello, welcome back to this channel. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, do so because I have a lot of interesting and captivating stories for you. Today's story, entitled The Royal Betrayal, The Queen's Affair, is an engaging and captivating narrative. In the heart of the ancient Asante Kingdom, amid sprawling forests and vibrant markets, there lay the majestic palace of Kumasi. This grand palace was home to the wise and revered King Ose and his beloved Queen, Naira. Their love was the cornerstone of the kingdom, a beacon of hope and stability for their people. Chapter 1: The Golden Kingdom. The Asante Kingdom was known far and wide for its wealth, culture, and strong traditions. Golden treasures glittered in the royal palace, and the people celebrated their rich heritage through festivals, music, and dance. King Ose was a fair and just ruler, deeply respected by his subjects. Queen Naira, with her beauty and grace, was adored by all. One of the queen's duties was to visit the villages and connect with the people. She was loved for her kindness and the attention she gave to the well-being of everyone, from the youngest child to the oldest elder. Her compassion was unmatched, and her smile could brighten even the darkest days. But behind the palace walls, Queen Naira harbored a secret. A secret that could shake the foundations of the kingdom if it were ever discovered. Chapter 2: The Mysterious Stranger. One day, during a visit to a nearby village, Queen Naira met a mysterious stranger. His name was Kwaku, a skilled hunter and warrior. His presence was commanding, and his eyes held a depth of knowledge and experience that intrigued the queen. Kwaku had recently returned to the Asante Kingdom after years of wandering and learning from different cultures. His tales of adventure and bravery captivated Naira. Despite her duties and responsibilities, she found herself drawn to him in a way she could not explain. As the queen continued her visits, she and Kwaku often crossed paths. Their conversations grew longer, and their connection deepened. It wasn't long before their encounters turned into secret meetings in the forest, away from the prying eyes of the palace guards and villagers. Chapter 3: Forbidden Love. In the quiet serenity of the forest, Queen Naira and Kwaku found solace in each other. They shared stories, dreams, and fears. Naira felt a sense of freedom she had never experienced before, and Kwaku's strength and wisdom made her feel safe. Their love blossomed amidst the towering trees and the gentle rustling of leaves. But both knew their relationship was forbidden. Naira was the queen, married to the king, and Kwaku was a commoner. The consequences of their affair being discovered were unimaginable. Despite the risks, their love grew stronger with each passing day. They cherished their stolen moments, knowing that every encounter could be their last. Chapter 4: Whispers of Suspicion. Back at the palace, things began to change. King Ose noticed his wife's frequent absences and the distant look in her eyes. He was a wise and observant ruler, and his intuition told him something was amiss. The king's trusted advisor, Nana Kwame, also grew suspicious. Rumors started to circulate among the palace staff. Whispers of the queen's secret meetings reached the ears of the king's spies. The once harmonious palace was now filled with tension and unease. Queen Naira tried to hide her turmoil, but the weight of her secret grew heavier with each passing day. She feared for Kwaku's safety and the future of the kingdom. Chapter 5: The Discovery. One fateful evening, during one of their secret meetings, Kwaku and Naira were ambushed by palace guards. Nana Kwame had followed the queen and witnessed the forbidden embrace. With a heavy heart, he reported his findings to the king. King Ose was devastated. The betrayal cut deep, and his love for Naira turned into a storm of anger and sorrow. He confronted her with the evidence, and Naira, unable to lie to her husband, confessed everything. The king's judgment was swift and severe. Kwaku was arrested and sentenced to death for his transgression. Queen Naira was placed under house arrest, forbidden from leaving the palace. Chapter 6: The Trial. The trial of Kwaku was held in the grand courtyard of the palace. The entire kingdom gathered to witness the proceedings. King Ose, though heartbroken, was determined to uphold the laws of the land. Kwaku stood tall, accepting his fate with dignity. He spoke of his love for Naira and his regret for the pain it had caused. His words moved the crowd, and even the king could not deny the sincerity in his voice. Queen Naira watched from her window, tears streaming down her face. She knew she had betrayed her husband and her kingdom, but her love for Kwaku was undeniable. Chapter 7, The Plea for Mercy. As the trial came to a close, a surprising turn of events occurred. The elders of the kingdom, moved by Kwaku's bravery and the queen's plight, pleaded with the king for mercy. They argued that love, though forbidden, should not be punished by death. King Ose was torn. His duty as a ruler conflicted with his love for Naira and his respect for Kwaku's honorable nature. After a long deliberation, he made a decision that would change the course of the kingdom. Chapter 8, The King's Decision. In a solemn voice, King Ose announced his verdict. Kwaku's life would be spared, but he would be exiled from the kingdom, never to return. Queen Naira would remain as queen but would be under constant watch to ensure her loyalty. The crowd erupted in a mix of relief and sadness. Kwaku and Naira shared one last, tearful goodbye before he was led away. The pain of their separation was unbearable, but they knew it was the only way to preserve the peace of the kingdom. Chapter 9, The Healing Process. In the months that followed, the kingdom began to heal. Queen Naira devoted herself to her duties, working tirelessly to regain the trust of her people and her husband. King Ose, though still wounded by the betrayal, admired her dedication and began to see the depth of her remorse. The elders and villagers came together to support their queen, understanding that love is a complex and powerful force. The kingdom grew stronger, united by the trials they had faced. Chapter 10, A New Beginning. Years passed, and the Asante Kingdom flourished. King Ose and Queen Naira found a renewed sense of love and respect for each other. They ruled with wisdom and compassion, their bond fortified by the challenges they had overcome. Though Kwaku never returned, his memory lived on in the hearts of those who knew his story. His love for Naira had changed the kingdom forever, teaching them the value of forgiveness, mercy, and the enduring power of love. Epilogue. In the end, the Asante Kingdom thrived under the reign of King Ose and Queen Naira. Their story of love, betrayal, and redemption became a legend, passed down through generations. It reminded the people that even in the face of great trials, love could heal, and forgiveness could restore. And so, the kingdom of Kumosi stood as a beacon of hope, its people united by the enduring legacy of their beloved queen and her forbidden love. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Asante Kingdom. Remember, true love and forgiveness can overcome even the greatest challenges. Until next time, farewell.